Hello Wonderland, Kelly here. It is a travel day. I'm driving down to Florida as I squeeze through some bushes here. For one of my regular trips down there for work and play. So on the way, as usual, I like to stop at a few spots. I'm at my first stop of the day. I'm really only planning 2 today. This one is just a little botanical garden in North Carolina. It's not much to it. It's not quite spring, so a lot of things aren't in bloom, and it's not very large. So I think this is just going to be a quick little leg stretcher. And then the next destination, though, I'm more excited about. So we'll see if there's anything interesting to shoot here, and then hit the road again. The daffodils, at least, are blooming. I do like daffodils. I'll have to grab a couple of shots of those. I didn't bring on this trip the 100mm macro because I got the 85mm macro a while back, and I really haven't played with it too much except for when I went to Shenandoah in the snow and ice. That was the macro that I brought, and it did really well with the ice, so we'll see what it does on these flowers. The 85 does have the advantage over the 100mm in that that's an f2.8. This is an f2.0. So you can get a little better shutter speeds in dark situations, of course, but you can also get shallower depth of field. What I like to do on flowers is to find a couple that are kind of close together, get one in the foreground and one kind of behind or to the side that's a little more out of focus, give you more depth in the shot. So like these two here, pretty good for that. And it's kind of a side view. So I'm gonna focus on that one. And I am on spot autofocus here. Back up just a little. There we go. Manual exposure. I'm at f2.5 actually, so not quite wide open. And I might even want to stop down just a little more. I'm not even getting the front flower fully focused. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Good sharpness on this lens, though, I will say that. Being that it's not an L. Really hard to find a dud in the RF lineup. Kudos to Canon. Okay, see what else we can find. Yeah, in about another month, this will be prettier. I see some flowers over there. Let's see. A lot of birds around, but they seem to be mostly sparrows. Not too exciting. Little gazebo over here. Let's see. It's definitely a smallish little local public garden. Nice for what it is, but there's definitely other larger botanical gardens around. That's kind of a neat plant. Some more flowers, daffodils here. Little water feature. That might make an okay shot. The rocks on the water. And kind of a kid's garden over there. Not bad. Okay, let me wrap up here. Then I'm eager to get back on the road and get to my next stop. Continue. Okay, next stop. This is my major stop for the day, the one I'm most excited about. This is the Beidler Forest, State Forest, I think. I'm in South Carolina. There's an Aububon Center, which is where I am. And the star attraction here is a boardwalk through the swamp forest, which they advertise as the world's largest old-growth cypress tupelo swamp forest. And it's like almost a 2-mile loop, this boardwalk. And I love a good boardwalk. I was thinking about that. Most, if not definitely the majority, of my favorite parks are boardwalks, I think. Especially out through a wetland, because they're usually hotspots for critters. And the gentleman at the admission desk told me they've been seeing lots of owls moving around lately, mostly barred owls. So birding and whatever else. He said otters as well, so that would be exciting. So right now, flip around here, this is pretty. This is just kind of a palmetto scrub area, so I haven't made it to the actual cypress wetlands yet, but this definitely looks promising. Cool. Okay, I'm excited. Let's see what we can find here. Gear-wise, for this whole trip, I'm working with the R5 Mark II. It's the only body that I brought. Brought a pretty good variety of lenses. I brought the 200 to 800 for the, I plan to do the Orlando Wetlands Park, which has been a hit my last couple times. But for today, for this excursion, I've got the 100 to 500 because I'm thinking lighting might not be great since it's a forest. I'm hearing lots of birds. I've got the 24 to 105, the 85 millimeter macro in case there's any good macro subjects, and my manual focus TTArtisan fisheye. Thought that might be interesting once I get to the actual Tupelo forest part. Maybe some good trees, canopy overhead. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I will walk. I will see what I can find. This cypress over here is huge, and cypress trees can live thousands of years. That one's probably over 1,000 years old, I would guess. But that's just a guess. This is nice. It reminds me of Congaree National Park, which I went to last time, and it's not too far from here. Unfortunately, it's early afternoon, and that's not the best time to be here. So I'm hearing birds. I'm not seeing a whole bunch. Just as I was complaining about nothing being out because it's early afternoon, another photographer flagged me down, pointing out a barred owl sitting on a branch. Got a few shots of, we think him, probably a him, but maybe a her. So that was nice. That's definitely something that I don't see every day. Happy about that. We chatted. I was going to give him a card for the channel, but the camera bag I'm carrying, I had cleaned it out because I was going to replace it, and I don't have any cards on me. Oh well. Okay, now we'll continue. Where there's one owl, there's probably more, so I'll keep an eye out. He said the otter was seen yesterday, but apparently there's really only one that people are seeing, and it could be anywhere, so, or nowhere for that matter. Well, this is cool. What's left of a rather large cypress tree. Cypress trees are really cool. Definitely one of my favorites. There's the trunk of that one. I like all the knees, they call them, those pointy things sticking up from the roots. Okay, onward for the loop. Some turtles out there. I have seen a few green anoles, which are a little lizard species that I really like. I'm sure I've mentioned them before in previous videos. I find them when I go to the south, so that's where they were from originally. In Florida, they kind of got pushed out, or at least up into the trees, by an invasive brown anole species from Cuba. But apparently they still like it around here. Yeah, those turtles might be okay. Let's see. They're way out there. I've reached kind of an end of the boardwalk. This is a observation deck at the end here. There's a loop and then a couple of little spurs to observation points. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Goodson Lake. The trees and the reflections, that's all pretty good. Colors aren't great right now because it's still coming out of winter. But still, scenic. Super nice place, this. Not real active though. Wrong time of day. I imagine early in the morning or late in the afternoon, this would be hopping a bit more. Still, the owl was cool. The lizards were cool. Turtles, that's about it really. Some little birds. I saw a nuthatch eating a caterpillar, but I had the wrong lens and it had moved on. Oh well. Okay, I'm on the home stretch of the boardwalk here. Then I'll head back to the car. Initially, I had planned one more stop on this drive, but I think it's a little out of the way, and it would mean a late arrival at the hotel, and I think I just want to push on through. So maybe I'll film some on the road. And then when I get to the hotel, and that'll be it. So this is probably a pretty short video, which is probably okay after that over an hour tele lens shootout video. That was fun. All right. Maybe I'll get lucky on the way out of here. Stay tuned. Not a bad view. All right. Made it at last to the hotel. So, yeah, I know this is going to be a short video, but I think anything else I film here, I'll want to be a separate video. So I'm going to wrap this one up here and then turn in because driving all day does take it out of you. So, till next time, be good to yourself. Take care of each other. Don't forget to be awesome. Get out and wander. Later.